I was initially gonna film a completely different video, but I'm in one of my moods and I decided I wanna talk about this instead. So we're gonna talk about discontinued gems that I wish would be resurrected. I have 10 fragrances here. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. These are the ones that first came to mind that I really, really miss, and I don't understand why these brands discontinued these fragrances. Men's and women's fragrances here. They're literally sprawled right in front of me on my bed, and so I'm just gonna randomly pick one. First, let's talk about Chloe Love. I'm pretty sure this one's discontinued sometime recently, and I was lucky to snatch this one up. I paid a pretty penny for it. No idea what it smelled like, and I heard it had been discontinued, so I was like, I have to get my hands on it. And it is so beautiful and elegant and clean smelling. It really does smell like an expensive laundry kind of fabric softener. It has every single purple flower in there. It's got violet, heliotrope, iris. What other purple flowers are there? Okay, so I lied, there's no violet, but there is hyacinth, lilac, and like basically all the purple flowers, I guess, except violet. But I can totally smell violet in here too, I swear. It's got that sweet violet smell in there. It's musky, it's very, very clean smelling, it's very luxurious. This is my go-to fragrance for work. I wore it a lot in the fall. It's a powdery, very clean, musky, woody fragrance, and I really wish they'd bring it back, because to me, this is the most unique and outstanding of all the Chloe fragrances. I'm not a huge fan of Chloe, but this is the one that really stands out to me, and I don't know why they discontinued it, so that's that. The next one I only have a teeny tiny little decant of. I think this is literally a 2 milliliter decant that someone was generous enough to give to me in a swap, and I'm like really trying to save it, but I'm gonna spray it for this video because I have a dupe that I want to compare with it, and I actually haven't smelled it prior to this video, so I told you I'm winging it. This to me is the perfect rose patchouli. That's all there is to say about it. It is the perfect balanced rose patchouli. I have YSL Elle as well. It doesn't quite compare. It's not as balanced. I think it's more patchouli, a little bit more earthy. This one is perfectly balanced. It's got a little bit of citrus, a little bit of warmth. It's very mysterious smelling. It's perfection. So I got this dupe. I haven't tried it yet. It just came in somewhat recently. And apparently it's a dupe of Midnight Poison, and let's find out how it compares. It's by Federico Mahora. It's a little bit sweeter, but it's similar. You know what? I'm actually impressed because this doesn't overpower me with alcohol right away, but I mean, it's close enough, but you know what I mean? Like, just bring it back, Dior. Like, don't make me go and cheat on you and find some random dupes that like kind of compare to it. Just bring Midnight Poison back. Dupes are great and all, and they did a good job with replicating the scent, but I really just wish Dior would bring it back. Like, why did you have to go and discontinue it? Why? Sticking to the rose theme, I have Encre Noire pour Elle by Lalique. This is super rare. I was really lucky to find this. I snatched this up as soon as I saw it, and I actually got it really recently, so lucky me. But they really need to bring it back because I've been searching for this for ages, and it's a really beautiful rose fragrance. It's such an easy wear. It's just a clean, musky, soft rose. It smells like a really expensive rose soap. It's mature, but it's not outdated. And like, I can easily wear this, and I'm not even like a rose fragrance kind of person. Man, this smells so good. Like, why would you go and discontinue something like this? Plus the bottle, like, the bottle, even if it didn't smell good, I'd still want to just have the bottle as like a paperweight or something because it's so beautiful. But anyway, the scent is like a really wearable, soft rose scent that's very clean smelling, musky, kind of soapy, and yeah, I wish they would bring it back. I don't think this is anything like the Encre Noire for men. I haven't smelled it recently, but that one's like pretty strong and bitter and like mildly offensive. This isn't that. Next one is Shalimar Parfum Initial. And this is nothing like the original Shalimar, which we know is never gonna go away, but the one that really stood out, they got rid of. This actually smells like Dior en Intense. It really does, but a more feminine version of it. It's a beautiful lipsticky iris. It's very wearable. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little granny, but in the best way. Like, I would totally wear it, and it's like a really charming, elegant granny that you want to give a hug to. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't see anything wrong with granny fragrances. When I call a fragrance granny, by the way, just don't get offended, because it's just speaking to that era of fragrances. I'm not trying to offend grannies. I love my granny, and like, give me a break. And as you can see, I've already given this quite a wear, so obviously nothing against the grannies here. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful lipsticky iris. I don't know why they got rid of it. It's a less, like, you know what else this reminds me of? A lipstick on, but less sweet version of it. Let's go in a bit of a different direction here. Madonna Truth or Dare. I got this last year, and I think I had paid like $20 for it. I see bottles circulating around still, but I'm seeing them now for like $50 or $60. If you like tuberose, like, just get this. Like, don't even think about it. If you see it somewhere and it's a decent price and you're a tuberose lover, just get it. It's the most sweet, bubblegummy, playful, like, charming tuberose. I love it. Like, it is mature smelling. I know a lot of people say that tuberose has that like old smell, like vintagey smell. I don't see that at all, actually. It's just, I don't have that association with tuberose, I guess. For me, I find some iris and rose can be a little bit mature and vintagey smelling, but tuberose, no. It smells like really playful, girly, bubblegummy. It can be obnoxious, I'm sure, but I have actually got a lot of compliments on this one. I talked about it in my compliments video. I'm gonna link it up at the top. It just works for me. Like, it's just so good. And of all the tuberose fragrances that I've tried, this one really, really stands out. It's so not a celebrity fragrance. Like, I know people say that a lot, where they'll talk about a celebrity fragrance and be like, oh, it's not a typical celebrity fragrance. And then you go and smell it and like, it is. This one is actually not a typical celebrity fragrance. Like, trust me, it's really not. It's really, really unique. If you like fracas, this is like fracas, but I think more wearable. Anyway, yeah, I wish they'd bring it back. It's good. It's really good, you guys. Okay, the next one is Tonka Wood from Zara. And Zara has a horrible habit of discontinuing their best fragrances. This one is pretty much an exact dupe of Byredo Bal d'Afrique. I wore this all day yesterday, actually, and the sprayer's kind of not great. Like, you have to like, I don't know if my bottle is just a little bit wonky, but you have to like find a spot for it to actually spray. There we go. This does smell exactly like Bal d'Afrique, pretty much right on. I have a hand cream of Bal d'Afrique and I compared them side by side, and it's basically identical. Longevity's average on it. Like, I get a half a day wear out of it, but honestly, I think I might have to bite the bullet and just buy the real Bal d'Afrique after this runs out, because so far I've been kind of like riding along on this whole dupe train, but it's just so expensive, you know, like Bal d'Afrique. Like, are you kidding me? $369 for that fragrance for one that like doesn't even last half the day? That's not fair. Like, you're asking me to go and find dupes when you do that. You know what I mean? Let me know if you agree or disagree with my theory on dupes and niche fragrances that are overpriced. The scent, I'm not gonna deny, is amazing. As Bal d'Afrique smells amazing, so does Tonka Wood. And if Zara could only bring it back, maybe I'd be able to save another $300 by the time this bottle runs out. So please, Zara, you have like a year or two to bring this back. Let's talk about a men's fragrance. Oops, you guys can see all the fragrances I've been piling on my bed. My bad. The men's fragrance that I wish would get brought back is Gucci Pour Homme 2. I love this so much. This is such a unique men's fragrance. It's got a little bit of cinnamon spice. It's got that soft violet in there and tea, and it's a really unique, creamy, spicy, freshy. Yeah, it's like, it's creamy and spicy at the same time. Really, really interesting, really unique, and I really like this. And I don't understand why they discontinued it. Like, I don't think that there's any ingredients in there that are no longer attainable. It's a mystery to me. I really don't get it at all. Like, I don't think there's any more good Gucci fragrances for men. I really think that this was the one that stood out, and they went ahead and got rid of it. Like, I don't understand. It's one of my favorite fragrances for men, like in spring and summer, but it totally can be worn all year round. If, like, guys, if you're listening and you can find this fragrance somewhere, just go and buy it and wear it and enjoy it while it's still available, because I think you can still find it somewhat reasonably priced. I actually got this somewhat recently for just over $100. I got a tester bottle. That's why mine has no cap. It's what I do. I get tester bottles. Let's stick to Gucci. This next one I don't have a bottle of, and it's Gucci Envy. It's the one for women, and it is like, it's been my favorite for years and years. It's the only floral green fragrance that I actually really enjoy and think is sexy. It's got Lily of the Valley as the dominant note, and the kind of Lily of the Valley that isn't too green, isn't too obnoxious. Sometimes Lily of the Valley can be irritating and headache inducing for me. This one's perfect. It has hyacinth. It has like some kind of creamy musk in there, and it's just so beautiful. I have, like, again, I have to go snooping around and finding dupes, and I found this like random fragrance oil that came in this like sketchy bottle, but so I poured it into my own little roller bottle and put my own tag on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it does smell pretty good. It does smell pretty good. But like, I just want the real thing, you know what I mean? Like, just give me the real thing. Like, don't play around like that, Gucci. Bring it back. Just bring back Gucci Envy. Bring back Gucci Pour Homme too. That's all I'm asking for. I remember back in high school, I had a dry body oil of Gucci Envy. I don't even know I'm holding this up. This isn't even the real thing. Like, it's just an oil. I had the dry body oil and I was obsessed with it. Like, every time I would take a bath or a shower, I would like lather it all over myself, and it just like, I loved that scent. It was so good, and nothing compares, like really nothing compares. It's really unique. I've tried so many other fragrances that feature Lily of the Valley and some of the same notes that Gucci Envy has, and like nothing even comes close to it. So really, if there's one fragrance that I could like ask the universe to bring back, it would be for sure Gucci Envy. It's just so good. Let me know if you guys have tried it. I don't think it's even available anywhere these days. Like, I haven't seen it anywhere at all, aside from this like random fragrance oil. And yeah, for those of you interested, this is from the Perfume People, and it's a UK brand, and I don't love the quality of the oils. They actually don't last as long, but when you have no choice, like, beggars can't be choosers, so this was the only one that I could find that had Gucci Envy, and I went and I got this bottle. And ironically, I think it's actually discontinued too, because I'm pretty sure I got this big thing on sale. It was £10 and it's 100 ml, so probably it's gone by now. I don't know, I've had it for like a year. Okay, let's move along. The Gucci Envy thing is bumming me out. Next, we have Essence Musk, and this is the Intense. And again, I have a little tiny decant. I'll spray it. I'm sacrificing a spray for you guys. This one really does need to be sprayed on the skin. It has, like, if you guys think pure musk is good, you need to get your nose on this one if you ever have the chance, because it is like far beyond. The notes in here say that there's musk, rose, incense. I'm not getting the incense at all. I know that some people on Fragrantica said there's a metallic opening. There's no metallic opening on my skin. It's just the most beautiful, clean musk. Think the best Narciso fragrance you've ever tried, and then times it by 10. And that's what this is. Like, this is out of this world. It is amazing. And I don't get why they discontinued it. It's gone. I'm like low-key kind of hoping they're gonna bring it back. But if they don't, then maybe I'll have to bite the bullet and then just buy it at one point if I ever find another bottle. And yeah, this particular one, the Intense, it's better than The original Essence Musk is better than the low. They don't really smell the same. The intense one is like miles beyond. It's so good. I guess the closest one that I can compare it to is Pure Musk. But Pure Musk, even though it's really good, is like still like doesn't compare to the Musk Essence Intense. It just doesn't compare. Next is BVLGARI Parfum, and this is the Eau de Parfum. This one is just a barrage of different florals. There are actually so many notes in this fragrance. I don't think I can list them all. There's iris, rose, heliotrope, tea, raspberry, musk. Like, I'm just gonna have it up on the screen because like I don't think you guys want to hear me list notes all day. It's such a beautiful, powdery, soft, well put together fragrance. It's very comforting. There's like a little bit of spiciness in there from the carnation. Honestly, I can't pick out every individual note. It's just the way that everything combines. It's very smooth, a little bit, like a tiny bit sweet. It's very mature, again, not outdated, very, very elegant. Like, this is something that I would imagine a really like beautiful mom or teacher, like a very warm, motherly figure smelling like this. It's a really, really lovely fragrance. It's very comforting. It also lasts so long and it projects like crazy. It has a really beautiful scent bubble. I notice this a lot with BVLGARI fragrances. They have a beautiful scent bubble, and sometimes you can't smell it directly on yourself, but you'll catch whiffs of it in the air and you'll be like, oh, what's that pretty smell? And then you'll realize it's the fragrance that you're wearing. Same goes for the next one that I'm gonna mention. This is the final one, and this is also BVLGARI Omnia Green Jade. I really love this. It's a really beautiful, creamy, soft pistachio. It's a little bit green, but very creamy at the same time. It smells like a really, really expensive body cream, and it also projects really well. It's great for the spring and summer. I really wish that they would bring this back. This is my go-to one of my go-tos in the spring and summer. Like, this is all me wearing it. I only had this for a few months. I was so lucky to get this. A lot of the times people selling things secondhand don't realize the value of these items, and that's how I get all of these discontinued fragrances, is like I just really like lurk through Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji, and I'm like constantly checking, and sometimes like a hidden gem like this will pop up. So I got this one for I think $20, and yeah, like I love it so much. It has a beautiful scent bubble. I find it actually is quite long lasting. It's like a really nice, musky, clean, interesting scent with pistachio. I love the pistachio note that's in here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do once my bottle is done. So BVLGARI, please bring this back. The other one that I've always wanted to try from BVLGARI was Eau Rouge. I've never got to try that one. I was gonna buy a decant on FragranceNet, and then next time I checked, it was already sold out. So I really hope I get to try that one day, because I hear that it's really beautiful as well. I guess BVLGARI has a really bad habit of discontinuing good fragrances. Let me know what your favorite discontinued fragrances are. What hidden gems do you guys think that these brands need to bring back? If I ever stumble upon the suggestions, I would love to try anything that you guys think is a hidden gem or a discontinued gem that needs to be brought back. Like, I'm really into that. I don't know why, but the discontinued fragrances somehow are way more special to me. Like, if I can find the discontinued one, I want it right away because I feel like it's the last one left. Like, I'm one of those people that goes to the store and sees that something's the last one left, and I'm like, I have to have it. It's the last one left. It's always like been my thing. So I guess that's kind of like the same concept with discontinued fragrances. I'm weird. I'm really weird, and I guess kind of greedy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my list of discontinued gems that need to be brought back. Give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.